The journey home, a strange reception, and a guardian strikes. This is Gluttony and Earth. Hello and welcome to the Interdimensional Library. My name is Nick, and this you are listening to is Gluttony and Earth. Alright, what do we have in store for us today? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Kyle's here. Don't you know?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm playing the game with the boys, talking about birds. Eating my ground donuts. Having fun. Yeah,
eating them ground donuts. Plucked them straight out of the Hawaiian soil. Speaking of digging in soil, we have Adam.
I haven't dug in the soil in a while.
Oh, how long?
I don't know. I live in the city. I don't have many soil digging opportunities.
No, that's fair. The thing is, human was meant to dig holes. That's one of the most basic human instincts, is to dig holes. And I just don't think we get to do that very often.
Over a year ago, I was helping, when I was staying with someone else, we were putting up a janky-ass fence in their backyard, and I was using a post hole digger. So
there you go.
But that was over a year ago.
Yeah. Speaking of over a year, we have Baka.
Here I am, just a year old, just over, baby.
12 months. 12 months
and 2 days.
I used to think it was really stupid. A very long time ago, I thought it was really stupid that he would refer to like a 2-year-old baby as like a 24-month-year-old or 24-month-old. I used to think it was dumb. But I don't know. I've finally actually reached a point in my life where I actually actively thought about this the other day. I was like, that just makes more sense, because like the way they grow scales, like you have to be that much fractional, and like that's the reason they do it, is because they the way they grow compared to the way a grown person grows.
But also, I don't care. Just tell me if they're 2 years old or
not. All right, well, as fun as the Bantz is, we cannot do Bantz anymore. Bantz is illegal from this episode on. Bantz is gone. Bantz is over. If you want a Bantz, you get put in the box, the ban box, the Bantz ban box. Instead, today, what we are talking about is I want to go over some technical retcons that we are doing. So as I've laid out before, we're doing some systems that I am playtesting in this session, this campaign, and primarily being like the mission building and more structured downtime and like structured other shit. Responsibility, stuff like that. So we kind of talked about it a little bit last episode, and it was kind of a little bit of we got to a point where we found actually where some of the ideas I had just kind of broke with just a small amount of pressure. And that primarily was when we were discussing healing and the way I had set up slow healing. We realized slow healing works. We discussed this off episode. So we kind of we all know what it is. I just want everyone who's listening to know what the changes are, because we spent like a half an hour on it, and moving forward, they'd be like, well, that's not what they said happened. So basically, before it was, what I had, it was like slow healing, but I realized it didn't really impact anything meaningfully to do the resting and the slow healing mid downtime. So we're taking out that. We're not making it anything for downtime. I think it just, you'll get your rest in because you are just doing downtime. And on top of that, with responsibility, especially with Endien, one of the benefits she got from her bonds was when she was speaking with her family, she would get better healing because she's spending that time with it. Instead, bonds that do that, the responsibilities, will probably just give temp HP for the next mission as a bonus. So So we're doing that. So Endien's going to have temp HP going into this next mission. Another thing I had worked in initially was doing, if they wanted to do extra downtime activities, they could gain a level of exhaustion to do that. But what I'm finding is, honestly, that's just putting them in a situation where they're just getting exhaustion to fail the activity they're trying to do. So like there's not even much of a gamble. I think at that point it's almost guaranteed failure. And I don't think that's necessary. Especially again with resting, exhaustion goes away pretty quick. So instead of that, if they want to do extra stuff, I'm going to just have them use the honor points, which we've mentioned briefly here and there. So they can use, because it's just like a meta currency we're using. And so honor, you can spend some honor to instead do extra downtime. Also with that, initially, for the mission building, I was having everyone do, they would just each get one thing they could research, and if they wanted to, they could spend extra downtime to do the rest. I've realized it just works better if we just go through and build the entire mission with everyone, because the previous version, at best, they choose 3 things. They get success, they choose 3 aspects of the mission, and then I do the rest, right? At worst, they choose nothing at all. And I realized I'm trying to give them opportunity to help build up this mission and get some say on it. They're already failing, especially last mission, as you listened to, they failed so much bad rolling on the part of these players. Just the worst rolling I've ever seen. I mean, you could really, really take a look and dissect that episode. I think you'd find it's like a hall of fame of bad rolls where they failed that many DC 15 checks. So I realized they're already getting punished so hard, so often. So I think I was already getting all of the stuff that I'm like, okay, well, I'll know when I make up stuff from this, for these missions, because they will just fail them. So we're just gonna go have them just do all of it, no extra stuff. And with that, I'm out of breath. I'm already out of breath. It's weird because I walk for a living, so you'd think I'd be better at this whole breathing thing. No, I think with that, we can go and do some recap. Get some of that recap. So last time we started out face to face, man to man. I couldn't think of a third thing. Thellum to Genie. Genasi to Genie. I should have just done that. Cut the rest. Hear that, Nick? The one who edits this? Got it, Nick. They, face to face, Thellum basically wanted to know more about himself. And so he kind of confronted the Genie about this, hey, who am I? What do you know about my parents? What is going on? I'm just now kind of wanting to question this all. And instead of getting answers, the Genie dodged every question like it was bullet time, and instead said, "Don't worry, young Thellum. I am your best friend, the best friend you'll ever have. Just give me the egg." And he's like, "I want to trust you, but I don't yet. I'm just going to take the egg and go." So they left, and the 3 of them reunited, and they decided to hit the books, go to the library. From there, they each kind of did their own research on things they wanted to figure out for this. Darius looked into this ancient civilization where the ring was from, found out about their religion with snakes. Endien looked into dragons, realized she wasn't finding anything more than she already knew, and Thellum wanted to figure out where exactly home was. And he did. He found it. He found a map that he could find Lake Ea, which is the lake in the forest that he grew up near. The forest itself was unnamed, but he said, "This is it. I realized I could walk here in about 7 days." So he goes over to his new pals, his best buddies, not the Genie, his other best buddies, and basically laid out hey, I want to go here. I want to know who I am. I want to find out more. Will you come with me? Also, here's some crazy rumors we're hearing. The animals are acting a little weird out there lately. And I know that there are metal deposits. It's a little bit of toxic metal, but you could use that for your armor or whatever. And that's kind of just where we left off. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right, Captain.
Oui, oui.
Mon ami.
So what's the plan? Are you guys kind of I will say you guys accepted, but it seemed like, because it seemed for you guys that it was a little bit like touch and go of like what are we doing, right? So do you guys have things you need to do in town before you go, or like are you just going to go there? Are you going to try and just wait it out a week? Be like, I really want to do this other thing before we head out. Sorry, Thellum.
But get lost. I know Endien doesn't have anything she has to do in town other than like stock up for the journey, but I think we'll learn more about what we have to do once we're there. We have like the bits and pieces, but I think the majority of the information is there. Pizzas. Yeah, the pizza bites and bagel bits. So she just stock up on rations and stuff.
Yeah, similar for Darius. I mean, I definitely have, or he definitely has, like, he's been trying to get all the materials for his armor and would love to, like, just spend some time doing that. But that's also, like, several weeks worth. So, and he's good with what he has now. So it'd be similar of just, like, grabbing some rations and then figuring out the best way to get over there.
Yeah. And Thellum would know there is a town near the forest, so like if you need like supplies when you're there, you have somewhere you could pick up stuff, maybe like a general store or something. It's called the Village of Enoch. It's right outside. It's like a small, mostly farming village. It's self-sustaining. Not a lot of people go out that way. But like you could get some like food there. You could get like medical supplies, standard things. Not a lot of like heavy tech or magic, but enough to make do.
Do we want to get mounts? Do we want to? What other besides just walking there? What do we have options for?
Okay, you could probably. So the main transportation obviously is airships and trains. Trying to get a whole ass airship over there is probably not worth your time or money or anyone else's money or time. The train kind of just passes north and south in New Veneer, so you're not really going to get any closer at all by doing that. So it is mostly walking. You could always like either buy or rent mounts. Or you could get someone else to drive you out there or something like that. Not necessarily, you don't need like big airships. There's like more small, medium ones that kind of like more hover. Like I don't want to say, I've tried saying this before, but like, I don't want to say like a barge, not a barge, but like a bigger, flatter hover disc.
Like hover cruiser.
Yeah. Like a hover cruiser.
Like
I keep wanting to say like a land speeder, but like from Star Wars, but not at all, because that's a really long Corvette for no reason. I mean, like actual space to like haul stuff and go forward on it. There's like, mounts. There's stuff like there's horses, and you guys would know because we've talked about it. They're like a mix of like dinosaur and bird, more of like in that in between stage. Called Aquilina, we've decided, and those are like you could ride or rent those too. They're equivalent roughly to like in price to like riding horses and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think with our goal of possibly bringing stuff back for Darius, we'd want to get one of the hover cargos, so we can actually put stuff on, because I don't think our mounts would be able to carry much, especially if it's like rock and metal. Depending on how much there is.
Yeah. And yeah, okay. So those, you could rent that. It's the price is like per mile, but we've calculated that to be like for this trip specifically, it would probably be about 168 silver to get there. If you wanted them to stay in the village of Enoch, that would just be a few days. He would probably have you pay for that, and then another 168 to come back or something like that. You don't only pay when you get there, pay when you leave, pay when you get back. Basically, is what you would probably have to worry about.
Okay, that sounds like our best option then.
Yeah. Thellum, what's your input?
He just wants to find out about himself.
He's just here for the ride, otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Darius, give me a name.
I'm gonna go with let's go Trundle.
Okay. Going with Trundle. All right. Okay.
Good name.
That's a name. I gave you a choice, and you went with Trundle. Well,
It's a good name.
Okay.
It's a good name.
All right. Yeah. So Trundle will take you there. You guys can go ahead and figure out how you want to deal with the payments. But Trundle, just a short buzz cut, blonde haired, maybe like in his like 40s, short beard. Looks like he used to be like a laborer, but he's kind of let himself go a bit. No, he lets you guys get in, and lets you start heading up. Is that it? Are you guys gonna officially go or what?
Before we go, do my boots arrive?
Oh, yeah. So as you guys are getting this stuff and you're packing all your stuff up, you see, you're heading home, pack up all your stuff, and as you're arriving, there's like posters. I'll say that like right now, like the town is like kind of getting covered in posters right now. Very colorful, fancy posters. You notice like I guess there's like a circus or something coming to town. But yeah, so you could pass that, go into your door, and in your windowsill, you see a large, colorful owl, sitting there with a package in its one of its feet.
The window is always open for owls, but not that one specifically. She'll walk over and pick up give like a little ration to the owl, and then pick up the package.
Scoops it right up. When you grab the package, it I don't want to say nods, but like it like reacts to you agreeingly, and just flutters back out, heading northeast.
Or east, and unwrap the package, set it on the bed and unwrap it. Or not the bed, she doesn't have a bed, she has a, what's it called?
Papazon.
It sets out there to unwrap it.
You open it up, and there inside is your boots of Elvenkind that you left at home over a year ago.
She's excited to have them back, but a twinge of guilt asking her parents for something when she's trying to make it on her own.
This is, very specifically what you didn't want to do.
And also they're her boots,
you hear the echoes of Erica and her despising tone towards you. But yeah, you shrug it off. You know that this was yours, and you paid to have them come back, and you get your boots. You guys head out with Trundle.
Slide on my boots that go up on my shins.
Yeah.
I gotta say that they're high enough this time, so you don't second guess me.
Yeah, so you guys head out. Trundle's not like a strong talking type, but it's a really nice, still like summery type day out. The nights as you guys are going and camping are clear. Everything just seems to be like really, really nice out. You guys are going. You're not really finding a lot of danger. You might see like wild animals out in the distance, like herd. Like you might see like a pack of Aquilina, or you might see possibly like other wild animals that roam prairie lands. I honestly don't know. All I could think of were things that you might see in a forest. I'm like, I don't know if you'd see that there. Yeah, you guys are. It's hot days, cool nights, and eventually you realize you are arriving. And I'd say Thellum probably described this to you ahead of time. You see a nice green ocean of trees that slowly slope up and climb this small mountain in the distance. And that's how you know you are getting closer and closer for the lake that Thellum grew up at. The river comes down from the mountainside. And you also are starting to notice the wild grasses are more tended and more cut, sheared into farmland. The occasional house as you're getting closer to a actual village concentration. You see kids running around playing. You see adults working hard to farm. You see people hauling goods between stores. And you have arrived in the village of Enoch. Trundle turns to you guys as the speeding hover ship starts to make a slow until it stops mid-circle. All right, you guys can pay me now, and then I'll head up and find an inn. You'll be able to know where my hover ship is pretty easily. If that's the case, just whenever you guys come back, find me and we'll talk about the payments and we'll head on back. But I suppose we can leave you to do what you came here to.
We thank you for the travel over here. As she hands them, was it 6 gold a person if we were paying over?
If you're paying over, yeah. You're paying to not break gold, yeah.
Yeah. It'll cover some of his expenses as he's waiting for us too.
Yeah.
With that, Endien will turn to the two with her. Where do we want to start with this? Do we want to tell him what exactly are you looking for here?
Well, I was just gonna go back to the cottage that I grew up in, but that's pretty sure that should be like a pretty quick thing to do. Did Darius want to get his medal first?
Well, I mean, if going to the cottage will be real quick, then we may as well take care of that before we go delving into any mines that we may need to do some, or at least I need to do some work in.
I would like to ask, person who runs the town, or maybe some of the hunters, about the behaviors the animals have been displaying. See if I can get any kind of read on that.
I'm sure you can find someone. I personally haven't been in town when I was growing up a lot, so.
All right. Well, we can go to your cottage first, if you'd like.
I mean, if you want to talk to people in town, we should do that first before we head out.
That does make, yes. while we're here.
Yes, then if we run into any trouble in the forest, we may know what we're up against or what could be out there.
Looking around, does there seem to be like a more important building, like where a town official would be, or?
Not really. It's a small town, but like the mayorship here, Thellum would know. It's not like they kind of just have in a way like what they need, so they're not like they don't have like a city hall or anything like that. They do have like the mayor or the village elder, but he doesn't have like a bigger fancier place even. So it's been a year since Thellum's really been here, which isn't too much, but I don't know how much that he's even spent time in the village to begin with. You do, however, like I said, people are like kind of like staring at you guys. Mm-hmm. Like, and Thellum knows it's super unusual for people to be like strangers to come to town like this. But it seems like people are more excited to see you guys than you would think.
Good.
No, Darius would then go over to I'm dying. Just one of the closest people, someone who looks older, like not necessarily in charge, but not some 20-year-old dipshit. And say, hello. We're looking for the town elder, mayor, leader. We got some questions about some stuff that's happening in the forest around here.
Oh, goody! You are here! Oh, how goody! And this older woman, like, very wrinkly, like, her eyes are, like, almost, like, shut from, like, needing to squint from her eyesight going bad. But she's like, oh, goody! You are here! Oh, what a nice young man! Oh, it's so wonderful! Of course! Bunyan has been waiting! Oh, we're all been waiting for so long! Come on, come! And then she, like, slowly like starts to like hobble her way in the direction of a building with your still trying to hold your hand, like pull you along with her.
Endien will very confusedly glide behind and following.
Oh, Thellum will slowly follow.
Yeah. Oh, it's just right over here. Oh, it's so nice. Sorry. I have a bit of a weak knock. Do you mind?
Yeah, I can knock. Darius will knock on the door. Hello? Bunyan?
Bunyan? I found him! Bunyan! I found him! And eventually you hear like these like big stomps coming to the door. And it opens up. And a man who... who's the tallest here? I know it's 5'8" is...
Yeah, Thellum by like an inch or two. I think he's like 5'9", isn't he?
Thellum's 5'8".
Oh, well then it's still...
That's the only height I have
Endien is 5'7".
Okay. So this man who's about 6'4", very...
Endien's 5'9". Never mind, she's the tallest.
Yeah. So this man is about 6'4", towering over you guys, in very plain clothes. But it's a little bit dirty. Looks like he still works in them. A nice big bushy and like longer hair, brown hair, very bushy eyebrows. Looks like he's like worked a lot in his life, and he's probably in his like around 40. And he opens the door to see you guys and looks down at the old lady. Mrs. Chattenfield and the three strangers. Oh, I see you've brought them here. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Chattenfield. Always a wonder to have you around. Come inside.
What's this
all-
building look like from the outside? Is
like a nice,
windows?
there's wood. There's windows. It's like a wooden house.
As long as I can see outside.
Yeah.
No, come. Oh, it took you a while to get here, but I'm just happy that you guys came when you did.
You were expecting us.
Yeah.
Who do you think we are?
Are you not? Well, you're Thellum.
What?
You're that Thellum boy.
Darius very pointedly looks at Thellum after he says that.
Okay.
The Ramira
Who-
kid. Oh, I remember everyone who lives nearby.
And you know Bunyan as the mayor.
Oh, yeah.
You recognize him. He's not too suspicious in that way. You don't see him a lot, but he's obviously the head of this area. So he makes it a priority to talk to the people and try to keep things peaceful around here.
Okay, here, I've got a table. Just sit down.
Is it a table where I can see out a window?
Yes. Yes.
God.
What are you looking at? What are you looking for?
I just need a window to face step
An
out of
escape
if I
Okay. All right. From the outside, we see the ghost of a turtle walking in. Voyeuristically. No,
Oh.
Yeah, please sit down. You're not. We hired you to the librarians, right? That we got to come in, right?
Excuse me?
We hired some librarians. Are you
Why?
not them? Are you?
we had not received a word from anybody.
Oh, that's very strange indeed.
What kind of troubles you guys have going on?
Well, it started a while back. There's just been an increase in just a lot of the animals nearby have been acting a bit strange. They're in territories they're not supposed to be in. They're picking fights. They're just all around acting cuckoo. And it started with that, right? And so the hunters around here had some troubles. People who coming out here, or even on the outskirts farming, it was troubles. But then it happened. I don't know what to say about it really at the moment, but Chaco started acting aggressive.
and Thellum, if you'd like to make with advantage, make a history check. Or a nature check, either or.
What is that? Okay. Love that advantage. I rolled that one on the second roll. 17.
17. Yeah, so you would know Chaco. Is like the name given to, and you haven't really dealt with this at all. You've never seen Chaco before, but Chaco, is the name of what they would call like the guardian of the mountain. It's a creature that's supposed to be kind of like a more protector of the area, but but yeah, they refer to him as Chaco. You don't really know a lot about Chaco, but you know of Chaco because of what you've been told growing up.
And Chaco just got hostile, and to a point where even recently, starting, I don't know, about 9 days ago, started coming down and attacking livestock. and people too. And so I needed to hire. I reached out because I know I couldn't do it. So I reached out to some librarians and hired them to come help take care of Chaco.
Have you guys done anything to anger it?
Not that I've found, no. And that's the problem. I don't know. I don't know how to handle this myself. And you know Bunyan's a strong dude. Like he if people were to pick a fight with him in the village, he would win. Generally. But he's gotten to a point where he's like, I need outside help.
We are here looking into that strange behavior from the beasts of the area, but I have to ask, do you know the names of the people you hired?
I'm trying to think of it.
Organization they're part
of.
of.
It was 9 days ago that we sent this out. Here, let me go search through some paperwork, see if I can't find the name. And he goes and he like leaves upstairs.
Oh.
Do you know any other librarians nearby?
I worry it's ones that we might have conflict with is my biggest concern. If it's just another librarian group, that's whatever. But if it's affiliated with the people we met previously, then we have more than just these animals and this Chaco to worry about.
Is there any issue if we, like, if he's hired other librarians, but we end up taking care of it? Is there like a issue then if it's not one of our antagonists? Like, in a professional sense?
I mean, there might be some. They wouldn't like that they lose out on their payment if they're getting one, but also they should have done their job better.
Well, okay. I mean, that's fair.
No! He shouts from the other window. I found it. You're not the first force.
The First Force. No, have I heard of them? Randomly.
Give me a history check.
History check from Endien.
Who the heck is First Force?
Can I attempt this just to, like, because Darius has been around? Like, if there are people who may be in the area, I don't know.
Yes.
Like, okay.
I'll say if you guys, anyone who wants to, can do this.
Oh, okay.
Actually, if Endien wants to with advantage, she can.
Yes, she does.
Okay. And you said a history check?
Yes.
First.
Nope. I got a natural 1. Never heard of them before in my life.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
I don't think Endien really looks into other groups as much.
No, that's fair. What'd you say? Did you get, Endien?
9.
On advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, none of you guys really heard it. And maybe it's just because you primarily search into the zookeepers when you're trying to search into other people. And Thellum has just wandered nomadic lifestyle. And Darius just hasn't come up. Yeah, none of you guys know who this is. But yeah. Oh, it's the First Force, but I guess it's not you then. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm so lucky that you guys came here. Thellum, you've only been gone for a year. I thought you were heading out for other cities. What's going on?
So, you remember me?
I mean, you weren't around much, but I mean, yeah, anyone who really came to town, because obviously I know Mrs. Ramir.
Do you know any any other person that came here with me?
Just Eileen. I just know you from Eileen.
No one though.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thellum. No, I didn't know that was, I thought it was a bit strange, but... No, I always suspected Ramir, just you were an adoption, but I don't know too much else about that. You know, your mother mostly, lived out there for a private lifestyle, so...
It's okay.
Okay. Well, if it makes you feel better, I don't think anyone's gone in to try and claim the cabin, so everything should be there however you left it.
Well, he'll glance at Endien. I don't know how these librarian duties work, but did you want us to look into your problem?
I'm assuming you're not a librarian then, because that makes a bit more sense. Are any of you?
I am.
I mean, if you're here, and even if you're not librarians, if you're willing to help, I'd love to take the help. I'd love the help, if possible. It's been bad.
I do have to ask, what kind of help are you looking for? We have the lead that there's some kind of strange material that might be in the area that might be linked to it. We don't know. We haven't looked into it yet. But as far as Chaco goes,
I'm looking for people to. And he looks like pain to say it even, but I'm looking for someone to take out Chaco, to stop Chaco.
What will that do to your forest if the protector's gone?
The forest is already in shambles with Chaco running amok. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing to protect if everything's amok right now. Because right now Chaco's causing problems.
If there is a way to stop him from causing problems and return to his normal duties, I will do that. As a protector of a forest, I understand the importance of having him around.
Yes.
It will be our last resort to remove him from this area.
Well, just be prepared to remove Chaco.
What is Chaco? Not I know it's a guardian, but
Guardian
is it a bear? Is it a
ceratops?
Is it a bird?
Chaco is the, I guess what you could call him is I hear it would be referred to as what is it? An onyx crowned boa.
That ain't no Chaco.
Chaco is he's a big snake, a big boa.
Chaco's such a cute name.
I assume he's very large.
But how large
Indeed.
are we talking?
Very large.
Like a train?
No, probably not a train. I don't think this village would be around right now.
Ooh.
Right.
If you're willing to do the work, I couldn't thank you enough.
Now, in addition to thanks, from my understanding, most librarians don't work for free.
I It was mostly I was offering them free lodging in town.
And they won't be too upset when we take their job from them.
We don't have a lot going around town, especially with the destruction of of the fields and the livestock right now, and it's really tough and it makes us even harder. But if you really need it, we have a savings in the village of about 15 gold.
Endien will wave her hands. That won't be necessary. As I mentioned previously, there's some strange metals or rocks or something that we had heard of in the forest. If we were able to extract those without any problems, that would be more than enough payment. Correct? As she looks to Darius.
I mean, I wouldn't turn down if we need to stay in town, just a free night there, but yes, if we could get the ores, that would be sufficient.
That'll be fine. That's good. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Another question.
Yes.
Has Choco been near Eileen's cottage? Should we be worried going up there?
Honestly, I haven't been up there. I don't know for sure. I wouldn't expect it.
I don't know how good my fist will do to a big snake.
I mean, like I said, I wouldn't expect it too much. If it's going after livestock and other animals, then Choco probably has no reason to visit a clearing with no game and to hunt.
Serpents are typically ambush hunters, so it'd be hard for it to go into clearings.
Well, I guess we'll just go do some personal business right now, and we'll try check into your Choco problem. Sound good, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, see you later, Bunyan.
Have a good one. I hope you find the peace of mind you were looking for.
I walk out.
Yeah.
If we are to stay in town, where should we go to?
Yeah, there's just an inn down the street. You can get there. Just let them know Bunyan sent you. If they have a problem, they'll come talk to me, but...
Thank you. Follow Thellum outside.
Yeah, I would follow out as well. Quick question. What time of day is it?
Let us roll. We'll say you guys got here around noon. I think it's
Okay.
Before we leave, is there a flower shop nearby?
Yeah, there's a whole cart with they have vegetables and flowers and seeds and stuff like that.
Thellum's gonna buy a bouquet.
Yeah, do you have an idea of what kind of flowers, or just an assortment, or?
He's probably just gonna go for the very bright and colorful ones.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Just get a lot of those. Right, it's sun's overhead. It is hot. It is noon on a Zoa day.
Now, Thellum, you had mentioned you're worried about the efficacy of your fists if we happen to come across Chaco in the forest.
Yeah, if it's bigger than a train, I don't know how much I can do to help.
I think it was specified that it was smaller than a train.
Oh, smaller than a train.
Because if it was a train size or bigger, the town wouldn't be here anymore, is what he was saying.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb.
Because
I mean-
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
Actually,
you go ahead.
I do have
No,
a
you go
quick
ahead.
question. I do have a serious question right now. Where'd you leave the egg?
That's true.
That is true.
Thellum, where did you leave the egg?
Oh, I don't.
It like just occurred to me. Did you take
Okay,
it with? Is it with you right now, or did you
Since
hide it?
I
Did you bury
completely
it?
forgot about
I-
the egg. I will say that Thellum has done his best to disguise the egg as a turnip in his farm.
Okay.
If Endien has any say in it, he is also very much aware of where this egg is at all times. She would make Thellum bring it with him.
Okay.
Okay, I guess the egg is with us. Since it's with us, it will be in my bag of holding.
Be checking in
Thellum.
on it.
Yeah,
You
me.
in the middle of this, you're not. You realize you don't know if it's like just the summer heat or what, but you are not feeling good. I can find what I'm looking for.
Uh-oh.
Ew.
I think I know what's happening.
Gain a level of exhaustion.
Why? Okay. I'm exhausted of this exhaustion.
Thellum display that in any way, or is he just toughen up?
Well, he's gonna go back to his childhood home, so he assumes it is just nerves.
As we're marching towards Thellum's home, I assume we start following
Yeah.
Thellum. Endien's gonna not pester him while she's doing that, and she'll just like lift the flap on the bag and once in a while to check on the egg. 'Cause usually she'd make Thellum do it, but considering what he's going through right now, she would do it herself while he's walking.
Okay.
To finish my thought from before.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
If you wish to, I know you, when we were in the sewers, you had brought out a quarterstaff out of your bag.
Yeah.
If you'd like, I can, next time we rest, or next time we camp out, I can do a little bit of an improvement on it to give it a little extra oomph behind each hit, if you'd like. I've got some other things I was working on, but I could probably manage that when we're out here in the field.
No, I mean, yeah, if you'd like, that'd be great.
I mean, I can do it if you're going to use it, if you'd like that. If you're okay with your fists, then I'll maintain what I have.
I feel like I'm just gonna use my fist.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, let me know and I can zhuzh it up for you one night.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
As we're going, I am keeping the biggest eye out for this snake as we're traveling in the forest.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What are you guys are heading into the forest? I want everyone to let me know what exactly they're doing. Like, what are you doing? So, like, I imagine, for instance, like, just as an example, I could be completely wrong. I imagine that Thellum might be tracking down where the lake is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that
Yep.
might be like what he's doing for the traveling. Then I'm assuming Darius is keeping an eye out for Chaco. Or
I mean, I'd
Is
be
your
doing
approach,
that.
or-
Yeah, I'd probably be at the back unless Endien wanted to be at the back. I know it's during the daytime, so a lot of her stuff is a bit more
Mhm.
She's
Well,
not as ambushy.
Endien would be right behind Thellum, because again, every once in a while she's checking on the egg. But while she's not checking on the egg, she'd like help direct Thellum because of her innate knowledge of forests. Like, oh, you have to go this way to get to a lake that's in a forest, kind of thing. And like trying to look out for that stuff. And if she can, at the same time, watch for danger, general danger, instead of just a specific one, because she is trying to help Thellum and looking at an egg at the same time. I think it's more of a general danger rather than a specific where's Chaco kind of thing.
Okay.
At this point,
Yes.
Thellum is trying to get back to the cottage and like to the lake, but at most he is just reminiscing.
Okay, yeah.
Seeing
So but
himself
you're
run
you're
through the
like
forest.
not you're going, but you're going at your own pace. You are
Yeah.
enjoying the time you're at. Okay. Then that will give us enough time to do this.
Chaco, no!
Thellum.
Chaco, no!
Thellum. Darius.
Chaco, no!
Darius, can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Huh?
Chaco gonna eat you.
Okay.
Boy. Dreams.
So that is a 12.
12. As you're like walking through the forest.
Do I fail?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use my saving face ability. So I'm going to add another 2 to that to bring it up to a 14. If it makes any difference.
I was just gonna go with a 15, but
Oh, I mean, like I just get a
Yeah.
+2 because it's the number of allies.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
that's
see.
fine.
I see. No, it doesn't.
Cool.
So
I
as
added-
you I'll say, as you're walking through this, you're in the forest. Your eyes are focused forward. You see the trees moving. You see the dance of light and shadow of the trees on the ground as you are walking forward. And you are walking forward. And you get this weird nagging. And then you start to feel it on your arm.
Oh no.
And you look down at your arm. You realize it's just a mosquito and you slap it. But you're feeling everything's blurred in your vision. And you're feeling just sick to your stomach right now. And you're not entirely sure why. Like you feel it's like on the tip of your tongue and you can't figure out why. And then...
Do I have a strong sense of wanting to turn right?
You are now just gain the you're not poisoned, but gain the poisoned condition.
Okay.
Is this morning sickness?
You're
There's something you wanna say?
feeling you feel like you're getting like your
West
eyes
Nile.
bulging, and it boils up in your stomach and you throw up. But after that, you mostly feel fine, but you just being in the forest makes you feel nauseous.
You okay?
No, but I don't know.
Do you have food poisoning?
I don't. Maybe. I mean, maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's a little bit of food poison. I don't know. It's now that we've been traveling in here a little bit, just not feeling the greatest.
We should hurry up and get to the cottage then, so you can sit down and rest.
Yeah, as Endien, his attention turns to the vomiting Darius. You don't notice it at first until you see a giant shadow swiftly pass over you, almost like a cloud blocking. And then you look up and you see the tail of a giant snake above you zip past, go in the
Zip?
opposite direction.
How
Hold
fast is
on.
snake?
What was that?
Does it seem to have moved past the area, or did it just move
Yeah, it's
to a
going-
hiding
it's-
spot?
It's moving past you guys, overhead, the way you guys came.
Oh, okay.
We were being watched.
Should we go after it?
It's going the direction of the town.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah. Thellum starts speed walking, turning into a jog towards the town.
Endien will go ahead of him.
Okay.
Keep Thellum near you, or keep Darius near you. I'll
Okay.
try and keep track of it.
Second question I have. The egg, how are you carrying it? Is it like, do you have it like a book bag? Like a book
Those are
belt?
the bag of holding, is what he said.
Yeah, it's
it
in the
was.
bag.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was checking on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Miss. Okay. All right. Sorry.
It's on my
Sorry,
hip
Darius.
if it's anything.
Yeah. Sorry, Darius, you were saying something before I interrupted.
I think I'm going to take out my tool set, my all-purpose tools, which lets me cast a cantrip that isn't that I don't know, and I'm just gonna cast resistance on myself. For a minute, I get a D4 to saving throws.
A minute?
Yeah, for the next, like, it lasts for a minute, but it's the next saving throw that I do, I get to add a D4.
Okay. Take you if you're heading to town. It's gonna take you more than a minute.
That's fine. I'll keep, like, it's just an action to do it, so I'll just keep,
Okay.
as we're
I
going.
thought it was like that was your one use of it. I was like, that's not.
No, I get to
Okay.
no, I get to use it for 8 hours now, but like that's the cantrip that
Okay.
I'm choosing for the day, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, you guys rush back to town as fast as you can with each other. How fast are you guys running?
I guess I
Endien's
just
going her full
dropped.
speed.
Yeah, I dropped the bouquet of flowers and I'm going sprinting. But trying to keep in speed with Darius.
Yeah. I think I'm the slowest just because I don't have a bonus to my speed.
Yeah.
I have a 30-foot walking speed, so
And I'm going as fast as I can, trying to get visual on
How
the
fast
snake
is that?
tail. It's 60 feet with my dash, and then trying to stay in shadows as I move as much
Okay.
as I can in this forest.
Yeah, you notice it is leaps and bounds ahead of you. You lose sight of it pretty fast as it is gone. And you guys are running through the brush, getting past the reeds, snapping on branches. You finally reach the edge of it. You get to like where it's a little bit more farmland, and you notice in the field a giant, a large black boa with black and white wings wrestling down a cow and like just constricting the hell out of it as there's this farmer's horrified looking onward.
I mean, how close is it to me?
I'd say you're about 300 feet from this.
I will continue to run towards it until I'm in range of it with my bow, which is
Yeah.
150.
Okay, to make this easier on you, you're running towards it, and it like slams the cow and then like takes off into the air,
Yes,
holding this
easier.
cow, going so you so it's coming at you, you're coming at it. You just got to line up the shot. If you want to shoot it, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do my 2 shots because it's technically the first round, so I'd get my Dread Ambusher right.
What is the I don't know the ability, so
The Dread Ambusher, on your first attack in the round, you get a second attack. At the start of your first turn, each combat, your walking speed increases by 10 feet, which lasts blah, blah, blah. If you take the attack action on that turn, you make an additional weapon attack action as part of that action.
oh yeah, then yeah, you
Deal an extra 1d8 damage if the weapon hits. So here's the first shot. Natural 20 on the first shot.
Ooh.
okay.
Crit table.
Crit table.
Crit table.
Give me your percentile.
Percentile is a 53.
Target practice.
maximum damage, and any enemy of the target within range may make an attack of opportunity against it. So no one's going to get an attack of opportunity against it, but you just get your max damage.
I do get max damage, so that'd be 15 points of damage. And then I get to take my second shot. Which I should have put stuff on top of this, but I didn't. I'll be a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I will make this my favorite foe, so I do get the D8 on top of this, as well as an extra D8, or D4 and an extra D8. Yeah, 13 points of damage on that one.
13.
Actually, double check favorite foe, because it might be one of those weird ones where it has to be within range. Nope, you just have to hit it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you get your, you're going, it launches off, like, slams down, launch off, you 2 arrows into it. One of it looks like it like just sinks in really far into the thing, and it kind of like shrieks a bit. I don't know what a snake sounds like when it yells.
Hiss.
It is just hisses. Yeah, just a very angry hiss, I guess. As it like, and then like you hit it again, and it starts soaring back over the forest.
Soaring over California.
How?
And you guys would see it come back carrying this cow, as you guys were not as fast as.
Yeah, I mean, how close does it get to us?
How tall is a tree?
How tall is a tree?
Very.
Tree you're looking at.
I'll make it easier. I have magic missile. Seeing that Endien shot it, if it gets within 120
Okay, it's about 100 feet up.
Yeah, I'll shoot off a round of magic missiles then as well.
Okay.
Because Endien's taking a shot, so it's okay to hurt the thing.
just some chip damage for when we actually fight it.
Ooh, that is very good chip damage. 4, 7, 10, 13 force damage as 3 of these little darts shoot out from Darius's hand.
Okay, yeah.
Also,
launches into
if it's important, I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself some temporary hit points as one of my abilities.
Okay. Yeah, it like hisses. It's did not like that as you lined up your shots as well, and it just keeps towards the mountain.
Endien wasn't thinking fast enough. She should have ensnared it, but here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
You went killing it's our last resort real fast. It's always 0 to 60 with your
Well, she's just trying to chip it down a little bit, and we had to act quick. When you have to act quick, you just shoot the shit out of them, you know?
Yeah.
Panting and out of breath, she will, as she watches it go over the forest, she'll turn to go to the farmer.
Oh no! My cows!
Is this the first time that Chaka has attacked this farm?
She hasn't taken my cows, but now she has. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get by. You know how much a cow costs?
I couldn't tell you, no.
A lot.
All right, well, we're here to hopefully fix this problem so it doesn't continue. If there's any information you can give us on anything strange that's been happening in the forest that might help us.
I don't go in the forest much. I just know that animals be angry, and Chaco's one of them.
In your professional opinion, and I can tell you're professional, is Chaco a beast or a monstrosity?
Chaco's the guardian. It's supposed to be.
All right, well, I apologize for your loss. I hope you get by.
I hope so too. Oh shoot!
Diversify your investments. Have more than just cattle. She'll leave. She doesn't actually say that. But she will turn to go back to the other twos. Well, it's not going to be hunting for a little bit.
Should we try go follow it?
I don't know how easy it'll be to track when I can fly. What was it eating before this? If it wasn't taking cattle before, something that large needs things to sustain itself.
Would I know?
No. All you could maybe think about is like, what does a snake eat? But that's probably not that helpful. Again, given the size and whatnot, but
I mean, we did hit it pretty good. There may be some sort of a blood trail we could try and follow, and we know it's heading towards the mountain. Again, if we want to try and strike while it's still injured, or perhaps more content with its meal than out hunting.
We're just trying to weaken this thing for now. See if we can subdue it for a while. I know it looked pretty lethal there, but...
I mean, I'll follow your lead, but... I mean, I'm not too good at tracking things through the forest. If we want to make this our priority, and then go to the cottage when things are a bit more settled.
I think we try to take care of this now, yes. I can try to track through the trees and look for a blood trail if you want to look on the ground.
Okay.
okay.
She'll launch herself up into the trees.
Endien launches herself up to the trees. The other two, still kind of feeling woozy, march into the trees themselves, hunting down Chaco, the mountain guardian. And will they find him? Time to find out next time on Gluttony Earth.
Just throw up?
I threw up, yeah. I was in the forest.
Yeah.
I threw up.
It was
Yeah.
doing
thing to do
Darius
in the forest.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys, thank you for listening. If you want to find us on our various social media, you can. And you want to talk, please share this with your friends. It's really good.
It's really good
for the podcast to get the word around. And we know you like it. You're already on episode 9. Of course.
Yeah.
So please share it with people you think might like it. Share it with people you think might hate it. And just all around share it. You can find us on our various social medias. I am Bumblescum with a K, or you can find the Interdimensional Library at IDL_RPGS on Twitter. If you want to, you can talk to Adam at Little Growth on Twitter. If you really want to, you can talk to Baka at Zombie Baka on Twitter. And if you want to talk to Kyle,
You can't.
You can't. He said it. He's banned you. He's banned you like the Bantz box. All right. Thank you.